Hey guys, it's Lisa and welcome back to my channel. Now today's video is another haul video, so I will show you guys the plants that I have got since my previous haul video. Yeah, there are a few, so unfortunately this is going to be a lockdown part 2 video. When I filmed the lockdown haul originally, I had planned that to be my only lockdown video because I assumed that we would be out of lockdown soon after I filmed that. But yeah, as we have found out here in New Zealand, in Auckland, because that's where I live, we are still in lockdown. So I've bought enough plants since the last lockdown haul, I thought, to warrant a second video. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that there won't be a lockdown haul part 3, because hopefully we'll be out of lockdown by the time I've bought enough plants to warrant that video. So yeah, we'll see what happens. So if there is a lockdown part 3, that's all good, but hopefully this will be the last lockdown haul video, or we could also just say this is the October haul, either or. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to show you guys the plants that I got since the last lockdown video. There is a bit of a mixture in this one. There are a few plants that I already own, but I purchased bigger versions of them. There's some kind of common to uncommon ones, and then there's some more rare ones in this video as well. So yeah, there's a bit of a mixture, so let's just get started. Okay, I think we'll start with this one. So one of the plants that I got last month or so is this guy. It is a Hoya Erythrina. I'll pop the name down here for you. So this is a very sun-stressed Hoya Erythrina, by the way. So yeah, if you're wondering why it's such a weird colour, so if you can see up close, it's kind of like purpley and brown. There's a little bit of green. So yeah, that is because it is really sun-stressed. So normally, obviously, it is green, but the cutting that I purchased was quite sun-stressed, so I got it a lot cheaper than what they were going for. So yeah, I really love these Hoyas, and I am just waiting impatiently for it to put out a new leaf, which will probably be green, fingers crossed, because like, while this is kind of cool, kind of different, I do like the look of these guys when they are actually green. You can kind of see it's got some really nice veining. I also like that the leaves are kind of like a little bit wonky, like they're a bit wobbly almost. So yeah, I do really like this Hoya. So hopefully soon he will pop out a leaf for me, fingers crossed. Okay, the next plant I already did own, but I purchased another one of these. It is the Pothos Enjoy. Here he is, or Peperomia Enjoy, I should say. So I love these pothos. They are absolutely stunning. So if you don't know the like little story behind the Pothos Enjoy, just very quickly, so these used to be really expensive, really rare, like a couple, maybe, I'm not even sure now, maybe a year or two ago, a year and a half, somewhere like that. Then one of the nurseries released them, and they're, yeah, pretty standard stock in most stores now. Still quite expensive, I think, for pothos, like around the $80 to $100 mark, but for a full plant, which is still pretty good considering it used to be about that or more for a one node cutting. But very recently Mitre 10 released some Enjoys from a different supplier, and I just think that I love that release so much more. I didn't like the first release of the Enjoys. When I compared them to the leaves on my Enjoy that I already had, they just were like so, I just didn't like them. They were like bumpy and deformed, and I just didn't like it at all. But anyway, I really liked this release, and when I saw so many people picking theirs up, I was just like, oh, I already have an Enjoy, I don't need it, but the more I saw it, the more I wanted it, so yeah, I got one. So I got this guy, and it had a nice full Enjoy, because if you don't know, my Enjoy was like probably 4 or 5 leaves, so still a tiny little baby plant. So yeah, I picked this guy up because I was just like, oh, it's just so stunning, and I love Pothos Enjoy so much. So I got one, and isn't he beautiful? He's just so big and full. I repotted him into a nice clear pot so that I can see what his roots are doing, if he needs a water or anything. I would show you my other Enjoy as well to show you like a comparison, but unfortunately I realized that it has root rot. So originally when I repotted this I was going to pop them together, but the leaves on my original Enjoy still are slightly different to these ones. I don't really know how to explain it. What I'll do is I'll pop a picture of him here so you can see him. But yeah, the reason I'm not showing you him is that he is currently in my prop tank. I'm trying to get him re-rooted because yeah, he did have some rot. So I do have two Enjoy plants, but if you can see, I don't know if you can see, but it's just my Enjoy doesn't have very much speckling in the leaves, whereas this guy, for example, some of the leaves are quite speckled. Try and show you an example like this leaf, for example. Even this leaf's got a bit of speckle, this one's got some. So yeah, I don't know, he's kind of still like he is quite a bit different still to this one. But yeah, so basically I just really wanted it, and now I've got two Enjoys and that's all good because I love them both so much. I had to pick it up, I had to get one, and I do not regret it at all, so I'm very happy. Okay, the next plant that I got, and I'm really excited about it, is this guy. It is a Maranta Silverstripe, or sometimes called Maranta Silverband. Oh, he is stunning. So yeah, I'll do you a bit of close up here. So this is a new leaf there. Oh, I love this leaf. This is one of my favorite leaves. Isn't it beautiful? I saw this guy online, and this is how big he was, for like 35 I think I got him for, so I bought one. So if you don't know already, in New Zealand these were quite uncommon, very hard to come by. You very rarely ever saw them, if at all. But I believe that these are probably going to be a new release. I have seen a few people find these in stores like Palmer's and Mitre 10. It seems to be that they're mostly available outside of Auckland though. That is the only problem. All the people that I've seen with these guys that they've found in plant stores, they were all out of Auckland. This one is also out of Auckland. I saw it on a plant website for a store that is in Wellington, and I bought it, and I think it was the only one they had because as soon as I bought it went out of stock. So I believe that these are gonna be pretty common soon and one of the new release kind of plants in New Zealand, because yeah, I've seen a few people recently purchase some. Yeah, I'm really happy to have him because he's just beautiful. I love Maranta. I love my other Maranta, and they sit side by side in my bathroom, and I just love them. Like, how stunning are they leaves? Yeah, it's very exciting that it's going to be available in New Zealand, so everyone will be able to get one, because I think everyone should be able to get one because it's so beautiful. So yeah, that is him. Okay, the next plant, I did used to own one of these, and I just had so many issues with it, so I sold it. And I saw this cutting for sale on Facebook, and it was a really good price, so I just bit the bullet and I bought one. So it is Pink Princess Philodendron. Isn't he cute? I love this leaf. This leaf has just recently unfurled within the last week or so. Isn't it beautiful? It's such a beautiful leaf. The pink is so lovely. So yeah, I used to own one of these that I got in one of the first like releases of the really small grade, probably maybe 2 or so Christmases ago. I just had so many issues with it. It just reverted like crazy. I chopped it back, it didn't help. Just no matter what I could do, like it just kept reverting, and I just couldn't get it to have good variegation. So anyway, I saw this guy on Facebook, and it was a good price. It was already rooted, and it had really nice variegation, and the leaves are a lot bigger than my original. Trying again with this cutting because it has such great variegation, and it was already like relatively mature, so I'm just going to see what happens. He's in my fish tank, he's under the grow light, so I'm hoping that that will help. My original one didn't live under grow light because I didn't have a grow light at that time. I did have it in really bright light, but then it just kept getting burned. So yeah, it was just, I had so many issues with it. So yeah, I'm trying again with this guy, Philodendron Pink Princess. Fingers crossed that it does okay. So far so good. At the moment I'm really loving it, and I hope that it continues to be as stunning as this. I just love this leaf in particular. It's beautiful. Even this leaf is quite good, and this one is good too. It's got a little bit of Like when I purchased it, it came with a bit of sunburn, so I think that that's just a bit of sunburn. So far it's all good, and I'm just hoping that it doesn't turn out to be a disaster like my other one. So we'll see how we go, and yeah, maybe I'll give you another update in like a year or so if I still have this guy. Okay, the next plant is a Hoya. You guys know I love my Hoya. So he's kind of funky. I don't really know how I feel about him yet, but anyway, I'll show you him. So it is this guy. So this is actually a seed niddling, and it is cross-pollinated. So I've got on my little label here because I keep forgetting what it is. It is a Hoya CF Benguetensis times by Hoya Erythrina. I'll have the name here anyway. And while I'm at it, I'll just show you these cute as little labels. How cute are these little stakes? So my friend actually has a little business where she does a whole bunch of stuff really. I'll pop a link to her website down below, the Foil Smith, and she custom made me these little name tags. I've got them on a few of my Hoya that look similar. And yeah, I really wanted one for this one because I could not remember the name of it for the life of me. But yeah, the name will be here anyways. So yeah, so he has a cross between those two Hoya. Both of those two Hoya, when I looked them up, they look really cool and interesting, and I saw these for sale on a website here in New Zealand, and there's a lady called Cez, and she has a website called Hoya Obsession. I'll pop a link to her website down below as well, and she's just amazing. She's like such an expert on anything to do with Hoya. Anyway, I saw these on her website and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get one because both mother plants look interesting, and I've never seen it before. I don't know if I'll ever see it again, so I just grabbed it while I could, and yeah. So he's still a little baby seedling at the moment. It's not too special right now, but yeah, I'm hoping that when he gets older and he starts to develop some of the characteristics of his parents, I'm just really curious to see what he looks like, because if you don't already know, when you have cross-pollinated Hoyas, they can sometimes have quite different characteristics to the parents. So yeah, it would just be interesting to see whether it does have the same characteristics or different, or a combination, or like what. No idea. So yeah, it's a bit of like almost like having a mystery Hoya. So I just got it because I thought that was quite cool. So yeah, that's him there. Okay, the next plant is again one that I already owned, but I bought a nice large one. It's a Peperomia Wavy Gravy, or Peperomia Rosso something or another. Anyways, the name will be on the screen. So yeah, I mean, can we handle how beautiful he is? I honestly don't know. So he is in a nice clear pot, so I can see whether he needs water or not. I tried not to disturb the roots like at all, or if anything, when I repotted him, because yeah, I find some of these peperomias, they can sulk when their roots are disturbed, especially when they're so fine. So I did already own one of these. I'll show you it to you in a second. You would have seen it in my peperomia collection video anyways, but he is a little bit bigger since then, and he's actually flowering too, which is cute. But anyway, so just backstory to these guys if you don't know. Originally these were quite rare in New Zealand, very expensive. Within the last year or so the prices have just gone way down. Like I've been selling cuttings for about $30, $30 or less kind of price range, whereas originally they were selling for a couple hundred, which is crazy when I think about it now. So I originally had a little cutting that I grew from a leaf. I'll show you him now. So this is my original Wavy Gravy here. Isn't he cute? But recently Plant Project has released big Wavy Gravies, and I was like, it's so stunning. I mean, I love my Wavy Gravies so much. It's one of my favourite peperomia of all time, so I couldn't resist, and I bought a big one as well, and I was originally going to pot them together. But I've decided to keep them separate because, as you can see, it's really crazy. Even though they're the same thing, they look so different. So this is my original one. You can see that the leaves are like a little bit lighter, but also they're so much flatter compared to this one. You can see it's actually very wavy. Some of the leaves are quite folded almost. The edges are super wavy. So yeah, I decided to keep them separate because of how different they are. Yeah. And I don't know why that is either. I don't know if it's, yeah, honestly, I don't know why that is, but yeah, you can see they're very different. So I thought I'll keep them separate because they do look like they are different plants, even though technically they're not. They're technically the same thing. But yeah, I don't know, it's just weird, but I love them both nonetheless. If anyone knows why they're different, please let me know, because I just don't know why. So if you know why, please let me know. Is it conditions maybe? I don't know. Yeah, let me know. Okay, I'm hoping that the lighting is okay. I'm kind of filming in the evening. Normally I film in the afternoon, and the sun has just gone behind a tree, so I'm hoping that, yeah, hopefully the light is okay and you can see everything. Fingers crossed. If you can see the lights moving a little bit, yeah, it's just because of the trees are in the way, so it's kind of making it a bit of a flicker. So hopefully that's not too annoying. So anyway, this is the next plant. It is a Philodendron Rio or Silver Splash. Not actually sure, to be honest. So yeah, I find it so hard to tell the difference between Rio, Cream Splash and Silver Stripe. I just don't understand. So if you know what this is for sure, please hit me up in the comments down below, because I would love to know, because I just can't figure it out. I've kind of narrowed it down to I think it's either a Rio or a Silver Stripe. I don't think it's a Cream Splash, but yeah, let me know. So as you can see, this is very similar to a Philodendron Brazil. I'll try and show you a close-up of this leaf though. But as you can see, it's kind of got this these like white stripes on the outside of the yellow, and there's almost like a little creamy kind of thing there. Hopefully you can see that. And anyway, that is kind of what makes it different. So if you have seen my wish list video, which was up recently, I did have this on my wish list. I think I specifically showed a Cream Splash though, which is slightly different. It's got a little bit more white than this one, I think. Yeah, I saw this going on Instagram for a pretty good price, and I thought I would just grab it because I really love them. I love my Philodendron Brazil. It's probably one of my favorite plants in my collection, even though it's just so common. I just love it. It's just stunning. It's just so different. So yeah, I had to have one, so I've got one of these. So this was actually my newest purchase, and I've just popped him in my fish tank, so he's got some grow light going. He's still a little wee bubba at the moment, but yeah, I'm very excited to see him grow and hopefully become a nice full lush plant similar to my Brazil. Yeah, so that is him. Okay, the next plant I purchased I also already owned. So I have a very small variegated chain of hearts. I'll pop a picture here so you can see what he looks like, because I can't be bothered going and getting him right now. So I just watered him and he's dripping everywhere. But that's my original variegated chain of hearts. Anyway, so I just purchased this one. Isn't he beautiful? So I just really wanted a nice big full one because I was just impatient. I couldn't be bothered waiting. I love my variegated chain of hearts, but it's taking so long. Like, I think I've had it for almost 2 years now and it's still tiny, so I just couldn't be bothered. So I purchased one of these from Exotic Planters, and it arrived. It was actually way longer than this, but I gave it a trim because it had a lot of like gaps and I didn't really like that, so I had trimmed it back to like where it's a bit more fuller. And that's what the top looks like. And yeah, he's just stunning. I just love variegated chain of hearts. It's so beautiful. Just love the colours, the leaves, so pinky, and oh, I love it. I'm trying to find, I have a favourite leaf that I discovered when I repotted this guy. It is half variegated chain of hearts, half normal chain of hearts. Where have you gone? So you can see this half is normal chain of hearts, and this side is variegated. Oh, here's another one. This one's got like a quarter normal and some variegated. Yeah, I think there was actually a way better one, but I can't see it now. But anyway, I just had to get a nice big bushy one because I was too impatient. Gutted though, I really wanted to put it into the same pot that my other one is in, the nice saucer, because I bought that specifically for my variegated chain of hearts. But his roots were too tall and it didn't fit, so I couldn't do that, and I wanted to combine them, but I couldn't. So at the moment I have 2 again, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the other one. Great that you're able to get them now. Again, you couldn't for such a long time. They used to be so expensive. Okay, that's nearly all of the plants. We're getting to the end. So another plant that I got a little while ago now actually was this guy. It's a Philodendron white princess. Oh, sorry, some of the stuff is coming out the bottom. So yeah, it is beautiful. It has got a new leaf coming in here, as you can see. Very, very happy with this girl. It was a little bit expensive. They are still quite expensive, but it's got so many growth points. It's got about three growth points that I can see, and I don't know if you can see, but right here there's a little nub growing, so that is going to be a 4th growth point. And yeah, it's got beautiful variegation. This is a lovely leaf. This is a stunning leaf. Yeah, and I have heard, I believe that they are a little bit less finicky than the pink princess in terms of their variegation, so I'm hoping that he is, yeah, less likely to revert. Another thing that I really love about these guys is that I've seen some people where they've had some leaves grow in with pink as well as white, so that would be amazing if one of the leaves did that. I would be so happy. But yeah, I can't wait to see what this leaf looks like. So yeah, this is one of my purchases. I'm trying to not let the soil fall out. And I love it. It's beautiful. He's also obviously in my fish tank under the grow lights. So trying to encourage some of that lovely variegation. And yeah, I'm very, very happy to have one of these. Okay, another plant sort of that I got this last month. It's actually a cutting. It is unrooted. I'll just pop a picture of it here maybe. It is Hoya Verticillata because I can't be bothered going and getting it. It's propping in fern fibre at the moment, so, and it's still got no roots, so I'm just waiting for that. I've wanted one for a little while that I've kind of been holding off. I think it was in my original wish list video as well. They just are quite known for their beautiful sun stressing, so they can get quite red, or I've even seen one that had beautiful pink leaves, which is stunning. So yeah, I just love all Hoyas with lovely veining, as you know. So yeah, it's very similar again to like Nicholsonia, New Upidica, similar to Cinnamomfolia, ones that I've already got. But yeah, I just wanted to add this one to my collection. And yeah, so she is stunning, so I'm just gonna, yeah, wait for her to root so I can pot it, and hopefully we'll have a beautiful Hoya Verticillata in no time, fingers crossed. And another plant that I actually got with that, the lady was very nice and she sent me some string of nickels, which I don't actually have. I've never had one. I just was like meh about them. I didn't really want to pay money for something I was like a bit meh about, but I'm really happy to have them because yeah, it was free. Like I said, it was a gift, so that's great. Free gifts are awesome, right? So I'm going to grow it and yeah, see how it goes. This has actually got 2 cuttings in here. One of them I'm going to give to my mother-in-law. She's really likes these, so I'm rooting them both, and once they get a little bit bigger I'll, yeah, take out the other one and give that to her, and I'll keep the other for me. They're just so like random. I don't know, they remind me of peas, like flat peas. Yeah, so there is string of nickels. Cool. And another plant that I also got as well, it just arrived the other day actually, is this little guy. It is Begonia Lizard Leg. So yeah, he is very cute. I purchased this off of Wildvine Plants on Instagram. I'll pop her YouTube channel down below. He's very cute. I kind of was like not sure if I would like it or not, but anyway, it's just very interesting. It's kind of like the Begonia Georgensis. When I got that, I was kind of like not 100% sure about it for so long, and then I grew to love it. So he's kind of similar colouring, I guess. Yeah, he's just unique and different, so I thought, you know, it was a really good price and he's quite a decent size, so I thought why not, I may as well. And yeah, so I've chucked him in my prop tank. He's actually just in spag moss at the moment. He's got heaps of roots, so I'll need to, yeah, pot him up probably this weekend. But yeah, so that's him, Begonia Lizard Leg, and you do see these popping up every now and then on social media and Trade Me and things like that. I haven't ever seen one in a store before, I don't think, so yeah, but you can get them online for not too bad a price. But yeah, he's quite cute. He does have really nice markings and he's got like a really interesting texture. This leaf is actually like kind of super bumpy and it's almost like prickly. It's really weird, but yeah, so that's him. Okay, we're down to the last plant, I believe. Yep, I think so. So he's actually sitting right beside me, so I'll just grab him. So it is a Peperomia Rosso. Oops, I just realised that leaf was half broken. So this is a new plant to release in New Zealand. So I've only had this for about a week or two now. Yeah, maybe 2 weeks, I think. So yeah, this has been on my wish list for a while now as a plant that I would love to own, but we couldn't get them here in New Zealand. But again, Mitre10 has just recently released them, so yeah. And this is them. It's just quite cool. I don't have any Peperomia, or actually know of any Peperomia that have red backs like this, so I think that's quite interesting. And you can see he is flowering like crazy. And I've got him in a clear pot as well. So yeah, he is super cute. There is like a bit of a sad story to this. So we did pick, me and Chantal both wanted one, so we did click and collect, and she picked up 2 big plants of this. Her one she divided up and gave some to family members, and then this is what was left. So I've actually got her original one, and she dropped off my one, and then the next day I went to repot it, and it was just the worst root rot I've ever seen. The soil was just completely drenched, it was muddy, the stems were all like black and it smelled, and all the roots pretty much fell apart, and the whole thing just fell apart. So I did as much as I could. I soaked it in hydrogen peroxide, I cut off all the bad bits, but no, I checked it a week later and it was just so mushy. So I took it out, I cut all the roots off and took all the bits that looked like they were okay, and then I tried to propagate them in water. And yesterday I checked them and it was just, it smelled so bad, it was just so rotten, and I've just never had root rot that bad. There was mold and like fungus growing, and it smelled terrible, and all the stems were just black and smushy and rotten. All the leaves fell off when I picked it up. So yeah, it was just terrible. So Chantal was lovely, and she gave me the plant that she had, because her one was actually fine, its roots were all good, it was just my one that wasn't. So she gave me hers because I was so excited about it. So hopefully when he gets a bit bigger I'll be able to repay her back by giving her some cuttings from it, or we are trying to get a refund from Mitre10, but I'm not sure if she's done that yet. So fingers crossed she gets a refund and then she can buy another one for herself, would be ideal. But yeah, it's very cute, but I just can't believe how bad that was. It was so bad. Yeah, there's Peperomia Rosso. So yeah, anyway, pretty sure that is all the plants I have to show you. I did also buy a Hoya Verticillata cutting, which was also on my wish list video. I won't show it to you because it's just a 1 node cutting and it isn't rooted yet, so it's not much to look at, but yeah, hopefully you'll see that soon in the future when it is rooted and growing. But yeah, that's definitely all the plants that I have to show you and share with you today. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Fingers crossed I don't need to do a lockdown haul part 3, because we will hopefully be out of this lockdown soon. Fingers crossed. Most of the country is a lockdown, but yeah, Auckland has been in lockdown for the longest. Anyway, that is everything. Yeah, you know the drill. Of course, if you did like this video, please give it a like, because that really helps. And also, of course, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And yeah, if there are any videos that you're really dying to see, please let me know in the comments down below. I'm totally open to suggestions. So yeah, if you have any ideas, yeah, let me know. If there's any videos that you like in particular, just hit me up. You guys seem to like the haul videos, so yeah, I'll definitely keep those up as well. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!